Ah, Texas. 850 miles from Orange to El Paso, 900 miles from Brownsville to Texline, and thousands upon thousands of highways and dirt roads in the middle. Exploring Texas ain't no small vacation, friend. It's a lifetime endeavor. But what if you don't have years, but just one single day? Well, that's where we come in. From the well-known landmarks to the completely obscure dives and hideaways, and all within a day's reach. So let's hit the road. I'm Chet Garner, and this is the Daytripper. This episode was made for y'all with the help of our awesome partners. Check the caption for more info. Today we are headed east to the city of gold. You know, Coronado may have never found his lost city of gold, but in Texas, we found ours. It's Beaumont, the city of black gold. Beaumont! Gold. Gold. For all you Houston day trippers, Beaumont is just a straight shot east on I-10 for about 90 miles. For El Paso day trippers, well, Beaumont has an airport.
Well, we're here in downtown Beaumont. You know, I'd always heard this place was a little old-fashioned, but this is kind of ridiculous. All right, I'm just kidding. I'm actually at the Spindletop Gladys City boomtown. It's a little city frozen in time around the turn of the century when the Spindletop Lucas Gusher was discovered, right here in Beaumont. Spindletop was the first major oil discovery in the entire state of Texas, turning Beaumont into the epitome of a boomtown.
In the beginning, folks suspected that the land under Beaumont was rich with oil, but getting to it was no easy task. Many tried, and many failed. But on January 10th, 1901, on land leased by a man named Anthony Lucas, the Texas oil business arrived at Spindletop. It took 9 days to cap the well, but even less time for the word to spread. There was oil in Beaumont. Oil! Oil! Lots of it. Over the next few years, thousands descended upon Beaumont to search for their fortune and putting the Texas oil business on the map. Gladys City recreates the boomtown experience with buildings and rooms such as the general store, the saloon,
Pour me a Pabst, boys. A barbershop, the stock exchange, the post office. Notice, my dog Digger is still gone. He's a cur, but he hunts good. If you see him, let me know. I'm drilling with Kurt, on the hill. We ain't stopping for anything now, so come out and tell me. Your obedient servant, James Weed. I need to write a letter to my ma here. Where's some paper? I'm gonna send her a telegraph.
the photographer, the drugstore, the blacksmith, and the undertaker. Yeah, Spindletop may be dry, but its impact lives on. This gusher set deep roots in Beaumont for the oil business, which are still obvious today. But Beaumont the city has come a long way since its days of wooden shacks and oil derricks. With a growing downtown, Lamar University, and museums like the McFadden Ward House, the Art Museum of Southeast Texas, and the Fire Museum of Texas, boasting the largest working fire hydrant in the world. Come on, that's pretty cool. Now it's time to visit another thriving business that got its start in Beaumont, and time for some lunch.
Now, most people think that all we ever eat on this show are greasy burgers and barbecue, and that we never go anywhere healthy. Well, I'm about to change that, and we're headed to a little mom and pop deli that I bet you didn't know started in Beaumont.
That's right, Jason's Deli, the shopping center staple and the sultan of soups, sandwiches, and salads. It wasn't always a household name in Texas. In fact, there was a time when it was only known in one household, the home of its founders, Joe and Shelley Torres.
I grew up in the grocery business, and I had a dream of being in business for myself. Lo and behold, an opportunity came along for us to open a little deli in Beaumont, Texas. And that's the way we started. I call it a shoebox. It was only 15 feet wide and about, seemed like 1,000 feet long. And this lady was,
little
mostly the reason why we're here today, because she developed our early recipes. We're 229 stores later and 29 states.
But it all started here in Beaumont, named after their first son, Jay, who is now in the business, and serving a small selection of sandwiches, most of which were normal: turkey, ham, pastrami.
There was one unique one in there, sliced beef tongue.
We don't have that sandwich anymore. That didn't kind of go over.
Yeah, the menu at Jason's Deli is always changing with the times, as Joe and his partners stay on the forefront of ingredients and health trends. But one menu staple that will likely never change is the muffalata.
I ordered a muffalata, and Joe's gonna whip it up right here in the kitchen for me.
This is our New Orleans muffalata. The bread comes from New Orleans. We pick this bread up twice a week. Our own homemade olive mix. The Italian people call it Olivia Scacciata. Then we add imported ham, so thin that it only has one side to it. Then we have hard salami. Top it with provolone cheese. We've been using the same provolone for 34 years. So our next step is to put top and bottom through our oven, and it'll come out. The cheese will be melted, the ham will be warm, and the olive oil will be permeating throughout the bread. So there it is right there.
That's one sandwich.
Believe it or not, we have some customers that order a whole one.
That's crazy.
So here we go, we're gonna cut it. You can hear it.
Oh yeah,
Okay?
That looks so good.
The Jason's Deli, New Orleans muffalata.
I think I'm gonna take this and eat it.
Okay, you can.
We don't need to just talk about it.
That's
I'm gonna
good.
eat this thing.
Absolutely.
All right.
But before I find a seat, I gotta swing by the salad bar.
One secret they don't want you to know about is that you don't actually have to order soup because it's already on the salad bar. Ranch soup. I love ranch soup. Look at this. Muffalata, however you want to say it. This thing is gigantic. And it's just so awesome to think Shelly and Joe whipped this thing up in their kitchen 30 years ago. Now I get to eat it here in Beaumont at Jason's Deli. There's nothing like the muffalata. Got such robust flavors. In all truth, I'm not really the biggest fan of olives, but I love them on these. It just gives it its own kind of thing. It's its own muffalata joy, goodness.
But you've always gotta save room at Jason's Deli for the free ice cream.
It doesn't get much better than free ice cream.
As special as it is, the New Orleans muffalata isn't the only piece of Cajun culture this side of the Sabine River. Beaumont is full of good Cajun folks and has its own brand of Texas Cajun culture.
You can't come to Southeast Texas without at least thinking about them. So why not come to a place where you can see them and touch them? I'm talking about gators.
We are headed to Gator Country, a wildlife park with one specialty: alligators. Lots of them. Admission is around $10 and offers visitors the chance to get, well, as close as you'd ever want to. Jana Parr, one of the owners, was more than happy to talk to us. In the middle of the gator pond.
We'll have to see how hungry they really are.
Yeah.
I'm about to get closer than I ever wanted.
Don't trip.
So what's the likelihood that they
There's
would
about 60 in here.
jump up or something?
They can.
Now, and I just pop them on the nose?
Here comes the big boy.
You come out here and do this. I don't know how these gators.
You're okay.
All right. Oh, that guy's a monster. How big
Yeah,
is he?
he's over 12. I'm gonna get him to come up.
We're
you don't-
purposefully getting him to come up.
Come on, big boy. Oh, he's pissed.
Oh, what does that mean?
He's just mad.
He's mad at what?
I have never had a 12-foot alligator mad at me, especially not one named Kong.
Okay, it makes me a little more comfortable to know she's putting her hand in the water about 2 feet from his mouth. You guys are just immune to being around alligators. What is this pond? Is this the big
This
gators?
is the large gator pond. These are all American alligators.
Which are native to Southeast Texas, obviously.
Right. A lot of these were rescued alligators.
That's right, there's more to Gator Country than just the park. The crew here is highly trained to capture gators and take them out of public areas. And just when I thought Jana was nuts for being out here, here comes Arlie.
They're crazy out here. This is insane.
While a gator is never something you'd want in your house, the ones around here seem sort of like pets in a weird reptile kind of way.
Yeah.
And some are even trained. Meet Bruce, the jumping alligator.
That's fine.
And then the big daddy of the park, Big Al. Measuring over 13 feet long and weighing almost 1,000 pounds. Big Al is officially the largest captive gator in Texas.
He's been our largest attraction since we opened the park. Arlie, you're making me nervous. Unbelievable.
So this is even
It
special
makes
for
my
you.
heart when I
If
hear
we're
that.
making Jana, the owner of this place, nervous, that's something.
That's just powerful.
It takes a certain breed of man to make a profession out of wrestling gators. Some might call it courage, others stupidity. But whatever it is, Arlie's got it.
Don't try this at home has never been more important than this moment right here.
Neither has their slogan, quick hands or no hands, which is so crucial to remember. Arlie had it tattooed on his hands.
Not if you get bit, when you get bit. You have to go with it. You have to roll with them. Okay. Don't give them any resistance. They're going to tear it off. I'm live bait. If I can get them to bite me, I can catch them. If you feel that sharp pain followed by a whole lot of pressure, he's caught. You done caught him. You took the bait. Now hold on. Go with it.
Gator Country isn't just about watching a man taunt death, and educates its visitors on all things alligator, their habitat, their diet, their behaviors, and their elusive mating call. Which Arlie does so well, the gators actually think that he is a gator, trying to steal their alligator ladies. Visitors also get a chance to actually hold a baby alligator. It should be said that these guys are professionals. You should never approach a gator in the wild because it will eat you. These animals are incredible and deserve a great deal of respect. But I know what you're thinking. Yeah, gators are beautiful, but what do they taste like? Right. Well, Gator Country can educate you on that too.
You know I couldn't come to Gator Country without eating some fried alligator. So I ordered this, some gator bites. This is chicken battered tail meat. And from what the cooks say, it's somewhere between a chicken tender and a chicken fried steak. Yeah, to use a cliche, it tastes like chicken. Kind of a little bit chewier, but it doesn't taste like pond water, and it doesn't taste like the bayou. All right, it's good. That's pretty good stuff.
Now, all these gators might leave one a little hesitant to get in the water in these parts, but you'd be missing out.
We now interrupt this programming to remind you to like and subscribe. Now back to the road.
And trust me, where we're going is far enough away from the gator bayous. Probably. We're headed just north of Beaumont to Silsbee, Texas for a trip down Village Creek with the Piney Woods Outfitters.
So we just dropped off our cars at the finish line, and we're gonna take these canoes, go upstream. That way when we canoe down, we'll be right at the vehicles. People often forget that if you just get in the river and start going down, what are you gonna do when you finish?
The trip we are doing is part of the newly designated Village Creek Paddling Trail.
We're going to paddle a 4-mile trip. All right. It takes about 2 hours of paddling. We'll stop on some sandbars and enjoy a real easy ride. There's no white waters, no rapids, just slow-moving current.
Village Creek is just that. Slow-moving current surrounded on each side by towering pines and cypresses. While we're only doing 4 miles, the Village Creek Paddling Trail stretches a total of 21 miles down the creek. Texas Parks and Wildlife has done a great job of creating paddling trails and making sure it's extra easy to get in and out of our Texas rivers. Village Creek itself is around 50 miles long, dumping out into the Neches River, which flows down to Beaumont, and sits within the Big Thicket National Preserve, a 100,000-acre area of federally protected forest. So this is about as natural as it gets. And the slow-moving waters give you time to appreciate this magnificent creation. The only obstacles are the occasional downed tree, but then again, those aren't really obstacles at all. You'll want to take every chance you can to get out of your canoe, because while the water may be brown, The sandbars are white, and plenty of time to play along the way.
Just leave me. Leave me. Nate, finish the show without me.
From wide to narrow and deep to shallow, Village Creek has plenty to explore.
Life is good, really is.
Including small fingers going deep into the piney woods. Now, before you wander off too far, there is something you need to know. Believe it or not, there are groups of dedicated researchers who believe the Big Thicket is inhabited by none other than Bigfoot. So keep your eyes peeled, day trippers. Truth be told, I've been out here countless times and never once seen Sasquatch. Although there's no shortage of smaller animals.
Check it out. These little soft-shell turtles. Hey, so we're filming a show. I really didn't mean to have Richie's canoe tip over right on top of your house. We really apologize. Hey, yeah, we love your creek. It's really beautiful. Thank you for letting us come out here.
And I've definitely never seen gators, although your mind can play tricks on you.
You like my farmer's tan? I'm trying to work on this.
Every time I travel in Texas, I'm amazed at its diversity. From Central Texas to West Texas to these trees out east, it all feels like a different country. All very diverse, all very beautiful. Our 4-mile journey has come to an end long before I expected.
Man, that was an awesome ride. You know, there were times when I felt like something was watching in the bushes. I know, it's crazy. I kind of thought we'd see Bigfoot or something, but hey, he didn't show up. Wait, what's that? Oh my God, there he is. Did you see that? You can't get that, Nate, get that. Look, it's Sasquatch. Sasquatch, we're friendly people. Come back.
Bigfoot got away this time, but I'll be selling this footage on Facebook. If you aren't up for a canoe journey, Village Creek State Park is a great place to get your feet wet. So we've explored the Cajun wildlife, the Cajun waterways, now to explore one of the best parts of Cajun culture, the food. And top of my mind are those little Cajun lobsters called crawfish. Just talking about them makes me hungry. But first, I'm curious how those little mud bugs go from the bayou to the plate. So we're headed to Doge's for a closer look. Rusty buildings, busted trucks, and shallow ponds as far as the eye can see. To talk crawfish, I found the owner, Darby Doge.
He has taken us literally out here to the Crawfish Fields. We got buckets full of flopping crawfish. Tell us a little bit about Doge's.
My dad and grandpa bought it in 1990, and then I bought it last year, the year before last.
Oh,
and
okay.
I've been running it for 2 years.
Got it. These tanks are huge, but they're not that deep, right?
Yep, this is a 98-acre pond. It's about 1.5 to 2 feet deep.
So these little pods we see sticking up,
that's a trap. We put that little piece of bait, we drop that in there.
How many would you pull out of a trap on a typical day?
On a good day, anywhere from 3 to 6 pounds out of a trap.
Now crawfish season is just a special time of year, right?
January to the end of June. You know, if it gets too hot, they do the same thing as if it gets too cold. They just don't want to move.
Got it. It's not that they die, they just burrow.
They just burrow up in the mud, try to get.
And you
some
can't
colder
get
water.
them. You can't get them out with the food.
I refuse to dig in a pond to get crawfish. If they
For
don't
one-
come to that trap, then I just won't catch them.
Yeah, if there were more meat on them, maybe you'd go one at a time.
That's right.
Pull them out of the mud bank. This is a pretty dirty job, huh?
Yeah, it's not real clean.
Catching them is just the first part of the process. After that, they go to the purge tanks.
Purging just basically cleans them. Cleans
Okay.
out that grit vein that you see whenever you peel them. Takes away a lot of that muddy taste.
Yeah.
And then whenever, you get a sack of crawfish that have been purged, you're buying, 30 pounds of crawfish, and you're not buying 2 pounds of mud and 3 pounds of trash and a turtle and a snake and whatever else. Once they're done purging, we'll put them in these sacks. We got grading tables. We'll just hang the sack right here, and then that's when we go through it again.
So you catch them, you purge them, you sack them, you season them, you boil them, you season them again, and then you eat them. Oh, wait, but let me back up. Cajun culture isn't about rushing around. We need to slow down a bit to really get into it.
Oh, hey now! How you doing, John Marshall now?
I ain't not had no bites out here, maybe just a little bitty nibble. Oh, never mind. Y'all ready for some crawdaddies? Let you dig gonna be the best there play for that crawfish, that gumbo, that boudin, that etouffee. Oh, sha. Woo, hoo, hoo. Come on, let's go. Woo-wee.
As Cajun Guy clearly said, we're headed south of Beaumont to the town of Groves and a little Cajun joint known as Larry's French Market. Larry's is a Cajun hideaway that couldn't be more Cajun unless it were literally a wooden shack on the bayou. You can hear the Zydeco long before you hit the door. Cajun music, Cajun dancing, Cajun cooking.
So we're back in the kitchen with Larry Judice, the man himself behind Larry's French Market. This is like a Cajun heaven. Look at these crabs getting fried over here.
We got boudin balls, fried shrimp, all the good Cajun dishes.
Have you been cooking this your whole life?
Oh, yeah, most of it. We started small with a little Cajun band on a Wednesday night. It just grew from there. We kept putting more tables and chairs and added bigger and better bands, and this is where we are today. So,
right.
Good food, good friends, and just good music, and it just don't get no better. The kids dance, they learn how to do the Cajun two-step, and they really have a good time. So
Larry's has just about every Cajun item you could dream up. Order off the menu or ditch the menu completely and go for the all-you-can-eat Cajun buffet.
Shrimp and crab meat gumbo, chicken and sausage gumbo, shrimp etouffee right here, crawfish etouffee right here. Boudin, you get a pound of that in a 6-pack and you got a 7-course meal. Cajun 7-course jambalaya mix, fried shrimp, catfish, we have alligator, frog legs.
Straight out the bayou,
Straight out of the bayou. And then the barbecue crab. On the end down here we have the boiled shrimp. And that's it. Oh, and you get a dessert too. So.
Oh my gosh.
If you leave hungry, it's your fault.
Right, yeah. Don't blame this guy.
As tempting as the buffet sounds, I know what I came for.
Come back here. You guys have quite a setup.
Oh yeah, we got 2 of these things. When we're really busy, we boil 30 to 50 sacks a night. And the secret about crawfish, number 1, they got to be alive. Number 2, you can't cook them too long. A minute, minute and a half is all you want to cook them. And most people ruin seafood because they cook it too long. And then we hit them with a little more secret seasoning on top of that.
Secret seasoning, huh?
That works, yeah. And one thing I got to tell you, everybody's heart healthy now and trying to watch their weight. And I tell people every day that all our food is fat-free. And they said, how could that be? I said, because they're fat-free, we don't charge you anything for it. No.
Good bands, good Cajun bands to dance for. One of the best,
Excellent meal. Excellent. This is Cajun cuisine at its finest, Chet.
So this isn't really just about the food?
Oh, no. Oh, no. They always have a great band. The kids can get out and dance with you.
So y'all gonna be dancing later?
You know it.
Every song.
My mama's a Cajun. My daddy's a Cajun. I'm a Cajun.
So after some preemptive Cajun aerobics, I'm ready to eat.
I'm sitting down to pounds of crawfish, potatoes, corn, all now. So of the whole crawfish, this is the part you eat, the tail meat. Pull it off, crack it, and that meat right there comes right out. Cheers. That is delicious. Crawfish is similar to a shrimp, but entirely different. If you have never had it, you've got to try it. And then what the true Cajuns do, they suck the heads. Woo! You get all that good juice and the guts, and I really don't want to know what comes out of the head, but it's good.
What a day. We experienced the oil boom, the sandwich boom, and went Cajun without going Louisiana. Gators, swamps, cooking, and good times. As they say, laissez les bon temps rouler.
Say bye, buddy. Bye. We'll see all y'all out on the road. Bye con Dios, amigos.
Jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. And the son of a gun, we have big fun on the bow. Les ponts, les bétons sont low, samba del Dio. Qui bon te laisser voler, gonna be no know the bow.
Howdy, y'all. Follow along with my adventures at Tripper on Instagram and at the Daytripper TV on Facebook and YouTube. Or head to thedaytripper.com for travel guides, past episodes, and info on our mobile app and Team Daytripper.
This episode was made for y'all with the help of our awesome partners. Check the caption for more info. Howdy, y'all. Chet the Daytripper here. Thanks so much for tripping with us. Remember, while you're here, like this video, subscribe to our channel so that we can stay out there on the road and keep on tripping. Did we miss anything in this town? Leave us a comment, let us know. We love finding out about new stops with all of your tips. And if you love Epic Texas Day Trips, remember to check our channel. We got a lot of them on there. Also, don't forget, if you want some sweet Daytripper merch or another cool Texas-made product, come see us in Georgetown at the Daytripper World Headquarters. And you can also shop online if you check the link down there in the caption. All right, y'all. Bye con Dios, amigos.